Roethlisberger on 2nd and goal. Does it? Touchdown! Claypool! The Steelers take the lead!
Welcome back to 5-Star Matchup. If you like what we do, hit that subscribe button now, and please consider joining our Patreon for exclusives and merch. Well, friends, coming off our epic hometown send-off for number 7, far be it for me to question whether the old gunslinger has one left in the revolver. I guess the only question is, do you feel lucky, punk? Start this one off with 3 touches for the Naj that go nowhere and a twisted up arm that would knock the Rook out for a few quarters, and to answer my own question, no, I'm not feeling particularly lucky, punk. Ravens first possession, and it's a 3rd and 5 for Huntley, who finds Rashad Bateman for a catch and run, and I only put this one in to once again dunk on the dude who told me Rashad Bateman had been as impactful as Najee Harris. Whatever you say, boss. Few plays later, and it's the unstoppable Trent Jordan-Watt streaking around some corn cob of a tackle and getting what should be the record-tying sack, but some nerds in the stat booth apparently have dirty glasses and call this an aborted play, whatever that means, but as you know, I'm firmly pro-sack. Just throwing this one in because I love the continued maturation of Zach Gentry, who's completely made me forget that Eric Ebron has barely played this year. A little taste of Benny Snell football gets our boys in white into the business zone, and if you root for the Ravens, I'd be looking out because Large Benjamin's putting a penny in his loafers as we speak. Ben picks up 10 under pressure to Deontay, who hangs on despite a crushing pop from the always brutal Chuck Clark, but a false start brings out the Boz, who couldn't miss this one if you surgically removed both of his eyes, and it's an early 3-0 lead for the Steelers. Tyler Huntley, not yet realizing it's not his game to win, takes his time in the pocket and lobs a jump ball to Mark Andrews, who makes a slick catch up and over Terrell Edmonds. But an awesome high motor play by Loudermilk and finish by Bam Bam Cam for his 10th sack of the season puts the pressure on Baltimore. Facing a 2nd and 12, Huntley is firmly reminded by the football gods that it's not his night to shine as he overthrows the aforementioned Mark Andrews, and it lands peacefully in the arms of Cookie's favorite son for another turnover. Back to Ben, and it's a 3rd down conversion to Muth, who just catches everything in the neighborhood. Unfortunately, as we've learned over these last 18 some odd years, it just wouldn't be Big Ben without at least one play where you go, "What the fuck, Ben?" And this is that play. Just a really boneheaded decision by Large Benjamin on a 1st down. I'd say live to fight another down, but Ben's career is old enough to buy cigarettes. Who am I to tell him what to do? Oh great, now they're gonna remember that we can't stop the run. No fair. Freeman rips off a huge chunk and we head into the 2nd quarter faster than you can say AFC North football. 3rd and 4 now, and we needn't worry because it's Captain Cam getting his big meaty hands on the scampering Huntley, and all's well that ends well as the Ravens trot out the punter. Oh shit, it's a fake. And a bad one. Well, thanks John. Steelers and Ravens politely trade thanks, but no thanks drives, and it's back to Ben and the Berg offense. With a ton of time to throw, Ben hits the okey-doke fake and toss over the head, and the defense can get Bentry because it's Zach Gentry with the gorgeous grab and go. Deontay fakes out everyone, including his own damn shoes on 3rd though, and it's yet another fruitless 1st half drive for the Steelers offense. Have you heard this one before? Did somebody ask who lifts weights? Because it is most definitely Joe Hayden who lifts weights. Great tackle on the big man by Joe Money, who should definitely come back next year, please. Once again, it's Teej zooming around the edge for an oh-so-close but no cigar pressure on Huntley, who gets rid of it in the nick of time. Still, another nothing for the Ratbirds. Steelers end pounding their head against a brick wall on 2nd and forever. Name a more iconic duo. I'll wait. Ben misses by a mile on 3rd and 8 and gets hella lucky he isn't picked off, but if you notice, the field position is getting progressively better for Baltimore as it gets progressively worse for the Steelers. Only a matter of time till a great player makes a great play, and here it's Mark Andrews doing what he does, and that's getting open against a helpless secondary and totally flipping the field for the Ravens. Luckily for the Berg boys, lightning don't strike twice, and Huntley misses deep to that same number 89, and it's Steelers' ball again. The turf monster gets the best of the Muth man on 3rd and 10, and it's time for another patented Presley pooch from the end zone. I know my guy has had a hard time, and my thoughts go out to him, but truly, he needs to be better next year. You already know after a punt like that, it could only be time for the Ravens to make their move, and move they do. Huntley finds a little space in the Steelers' Swiss cheese of a run defense and takes it near the 20. Don't look now, but the Ravens are poised to grab a lead after a horrible first half for them. AFC North football, am I right? Play fake, and it's Huntley again faking out the whole ass defense and getting inside the 10. Say what you want about the Ravens, but personally I found Huntley to be pretty impressive even though the results haven't necessarily shown it. Absolutely verifiable, bogus personal foul call on Bam Bam Cam takes another half sack away from both him and Tej, and gives the Ravens another series and goal to go. I'm just really not sure what a 300-pound man is supposed to do here. I really do not get that foul. It's okay though, because the very next play it is finally Trent Jordan-Watt taking down the quarterback to officially tie the single season sack record. And man, I wish I could have predicted saying that back in 2017, but all I can say now is thank you to the 29 teams who passed on the best pass rusher in the game, who, don't get it twisted, has no peers at his position. Gigantic 3rd and goal, and who else but that same twice robbed Defensive Player of the Year just continuing to pad out the stat sheet with a vicious rejection, even though he takes an absolutely brutal atomic drop. That's why they used to wear cups, boys. Tucker knocks the chip shot through during a nap, and it's a 3-3 ball game as we head into the half. Doesn't get any more Steelers-Ravens than that, now does it?
Pittsburgh, Baltimore, man, I'm telling you. It's there for your taking. Who wants it more, baby?
Ooh, maybe the Colts want Pittsburgh's all rising. The Colts, how about what continues?
Couldn't say it any better than the coach himself. Who wants it more? Certainly not the Colts, who are miraculously in the process of getting throttled by the Jags, and yes, in case you weren't sure, it's time to start leaning forward. There's still just the little matter of run defense, though, which the Steelers literally do not even have at this point in time, and it's Huntley and Murray grabbing chunks to get the bad guys past midfield, and then boom. A slight misstep by Minka takes him out of the play, and God forbid the Steelers even employ a middle linebacker that's capable of stopping the run. Latavius Murray is off to the races, and youch, it's suddenly a touchdown lead for the Ravens, which seems a whole lot more like 20 with this version of the Steelers offense. I see you, Matt, and I commend you. Love Chase with the ball in his hands, and I'd love to see this expanded more next year like some teams are doing with their receivers. No reason not to. Clearly not satisfied with his final moment in the sun, Roethlisberger knows it's winning time, so he hits DJ for a chunk on gasp. Play action, and the Steelers are suddenly on the move. Another catch and run to Deontay comes up a hair short of the first, and Benny Snell football looks more like Benny Snell T-ball on 3rd and 1, stopping this drive in its tracks. I don't even need to say anything because you already know Boz is one of those lost in the wash plays by Cam Sutton with a great close and tackle on the speedy Hollywood Brown. Well, it goes nowhere really, but you can breathe a sigh of relief as number 22 has officially returned, so basically, you know we're winning this game. Oh, what's going on here? Carson Wentz absolutely eating it? You love to fucking see it. And it's about time I begin to ponder just how much more exponentially annoying it would be for the Jags to win while the Steelers lose. Also, why is that not a penalty? I guess you can slam the quarterback late only if he's exactly 39 years old? Refs in this league, man. Oh god, now I'm getting Dalvin Cook flashbacks. The Steelers' run defense is somehow less useful at stopping things than the notorious chin diaper, and a couple plays later, Baltimore is already threatening again as we head into the 4th and perhaps final quarter of the Roethlisberger era. Do you remember when I asked if you felt lucky? Well, on the button, Sutton most certainly does as he steps right in front of this lame duck toss by Huntley and picks it off for what I suspect might end up being a little bit of a forgotten play in this classic. Baltimore could have made this a 7 or 11 point deficit. Because it's the 4th quarter, it's time for Benjamin Todd to awaken from his slumber and somehow navigate this merry band of misfits to the promised land. Yes, hi, I'd love some razzle with my dazzle, please, thank you. As you know, I'm all about tough love, and I've been hard on Chase the Bank this year, but the man came through in the clutch all day today. Mad props to number 11. Gotta have it on 3rd and 1, and it's shades of Le'Veon Bell for the Naj man, who converts on a beautiful jump cut and dash. The dude is just a better athlete than everyone else. Gonna be a special career for number 22. Ben hits a wide-open Benny Snell football who stakes a claim at an angry run of the week himself, but sadly it's called back on an offensive face mask, and this drive goes from promising to dead in the water in a matter of seconds. Just a brutal penalty. Steelers use up their final monkey paw wish to get 2 straight stops on the ground, and with just over 8 minutes left, it's Sam Cook punting to my other most often maligned Steeler, Mr. Ray McLeod, who, wouldn't you know it, makes a hell of a play, setting up Large Benjamin with one final stab at this thing from midfield. You've seen this game before. I've seen this game before. The heart shall palpitate, but the Benjamin shall deliver. It's suddenly the Chase Claypool show. Ben hits him with a nice drive starter, followed by another carry for a first, and the Steelers are on the move. So much respect for the way Claypool delivered today after a somewhat disappointing sophomore season. 2nd and 12, and it's the Muth man who continues to be just exquisite after the catch, but another offensive line penalty makes it a dramatic 3rd and 9.
Look at the coverage back deep again. Roethlisberger steps, lets it fly. Caught at the 20-yard line.
Yes, it's that man I always hate, making an absolutely clutch grab on what might be one of the last great laser beams from Ben Roethlisberger, who is clearly proving that greatness in sports can mean more than your physical ability. Time's getting slimmer, and this is becoming the final shot for the Steelers, but that's okay because Ben's finding Muth yet again, who refuses to be stopped short of the first, and don't start hyperventilating and crying now because it's goal to go. Under 3 minutes to go now, and it's officially time to win.
Roethlisberger on 2nd and goal. Guns it. Touchdown! Claypool! The Steelers take the lead.
I might have been watching this man do this for most of the last 2 decades, but make no mistake, this final regular season touchdown is as sweet as any of the other 417 I've watched. I see no fat ladies singing though, and the Ravens do have the best kicker in the universe and only a 3-point deficit. How much can my cardiovascular system handle this week? Andrews finds some space against Bush, what else is new? Huntley finds some against the entire defense, and it's officially time to switch from let's win this to let's not lose this. Simply a great, and I do mean great, coverage play by T. Sizzle. Yes, I'm co-opting that, Ravens fans, deal with it. Followed by another epic open field tackle by Joe Money, who never gets the credit for being as physical as he is. And it's a do or die 3rd and 2 for the Purple Boys. Just Captain Cam stuff. Tucker teases an epic miss, but he never does, and it's a tie game with $1:13 to go. Out trots the rusty, trusty old gunslinger who, true to the rest of his career, just refuses to go down without a fight. Big time drive starter to the omnipresent freiermuth who can do no wrong, until of course this play right here where he comes up just a little short and out of bounds. For the record, I would have gone for it, but for the time being it's back to Tyler Huntley, who simply cannot beat Ben Roethlisberger in his final game. I refuse to accept that as a reality. Andrews gets open on the exact same route he's been running all night, and yes, I'll concede it's officially time to breathe heavily. This one's for the Minka is overrated crowd. Huntley gets a ton of time and drops a dime to an open Hollywood Brown who can't quite make the catch thanks to an incredible breakup by Minka. In an epic clash like this, there will always be forgotten big moments, and I think this might be another one. Without this is a 1st down at midfield with 27 seconds and 2 timeouts for the Ravens and Justin Tucker. Don't love those odds. Thanks, Mink. Huntley overshoots one final time on 3rd and 10, followed eventually by a knee by Ben, and we head, as destiny foretold, into overtime. In another crafty veteran move, Big Ben purposely picks the wrong side of the coin, thinking there being Tucker is a less deadly weapon on the first possession than he is the second. While I might be able to follow that line of thinking, I still can't get on board with Devin Bush getting lawnmowered out of every single run play. Thankfully, there's always Killer Cam, who, as I'm writing this, I'm realizing may have had one of the best games of his career today. Just a beastly performance for one of our standard bearers. Have you heard the good word of Akello, my son? He is all that is holy. Great PBU by the continually impressive Witherspoon. Huntley misses the mark again on a 3rd and 9, and do you remember Kobe's 60-point finale? What about Jordan calling game on the Jazz? What about Jerome in Detroit? It is time, friends. Behold, greatness laid out there, perhaps for the final time. Do not forget this moment. Just a ludicrous one-handed catch by Najee, who turns the move into a little okey-doke on Patrick, I tackle like the queen, and this drive is officially started. What 22 has done as a rookie in 17 games is truly special, even just from a durability standpoint. 3rd and 7, and Ben simply could not care less about the pass rush, so he flicks this one upfield to that man they call Muth, and we're already approaching midfield. Cannot say enough about what this entire rookie class, but especially those top 2 picks, are doing in this, now officially, Kevin Colbert's last year on the job. Time to slow it down just a little with a waste of a run on 2nd and long, and it's another 3rd and forever for Ben. Fear not, though, because Baltimore hilariously thinks it's a good time to single cover Deontay Johnson, who promptly pulls out one of the silkiest routes I've ever seen in my whole damn life on his way to a first down. Admit it, you thought that looked like AB. 2nd and 8, and Ben gets the kind of time where you start worrying, but he finds Ray in the soft spot, but he can't quite make the sliding grab. Ben fires incomplete on 3rd, and it's getting late early for the elder Roethlisberger's career as the down marker switches to the dreaded 4. In perfect command of his huddle, a true virtuoso of the 2-minute drill, Benjamin Todd Roethlisberger calls his play, and we nervously watch the 5-star
play of the game.
Steelers had a choice of a 60-yard field goal attempt or to go for it here on 4th and 8. They have chosen the latter. Tied at 13, 2:28 to go in OT. 4th and 8. For what could be the final chapter for Ben Roethlisberger. Shotgun. Roethlisberger throws. Catch. First down. Ray McCloud. Benjamin Todd Roethlisberger Sr. gets the first down for Pittsburgh.
Holy shit. I guess there is some magic left in that old silk cowboy hat after all. Play of the career by Ray McCloud, who I hope kept that ball. Considering the weather, it ain't over till it's over, but just like he did last week, Najee Harris turns the corner and follows a devastating block from the bank to almost officially call game. Watching the Naj man follow that blocking by Chase got me all kinds of excited about the future of this team. Mike decides to play it safe with the Boz by his side, so Ben takes a knee one more time and out-trots the brass-balled, ice-blooded kicker with the heart of gold and the giant bag of money. And don't even tell me you need to watch this one, because for the 33rd time this year, I remind you, Boswell is... What a game. I truly could not have imagined a more fitting final game for Ben, a total slobber knocker against who else? The Baltimore Ravens, to get his team into an incredibly unlikely playoff spot. Like a lot of Ben's career, you wouldn't call anything about this game pretty, but you certainly might use words like hard-fought or brutal. And I can think of no greater compliment for a team that at points had even the most loyal and optimistic of us questioning whether they possessed those very traits. This game was about the old gunslinger giving it one final what the hell sort of shot. And like so many movies we've seen, the hero pulled off the unlikely victory. These last 2 weeks are the stuff that's supposed to happen in movies, not real life. It certainly inspires hope for the future, seeing the way the next leaders of this team, guys like TJ, Cam, Naj, Chase, and Pat, fearlessly put their heads down for the sake of their quarterback's final days. Because the football gods got it right, we get at least one more game with number 7. And I guess you just have to ask yourself, do you feel lucky? Here we go.
Anything can happen here. Of course. 47-yard attempt. For a man who's been money.
Come on.
Biggest pick of the year for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Come on.
Snap good, hold good, and...
Yes! Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god. What the